do. Hi, everybody. How you guys doing? I'm good. My name is Shar Savoy. I am a psychic medium, energy healer, paranormal investigator, ordained minister. I own Sharvidity and the Metamorphosis Connections. So I do a few things. Yeah. So thank you so much for having me today. This is awesome. So this is beautiful weather out here. Um, so I am going to talk about chakras. How many of you know what a chakra is? How many kind of know it? I've heard the word. That's okay. That's okay. You know what? It's chakras are a lot. So we're just going to talk about the basics of chakras. If you have questions, please feel free to pop your hands up and ask me. I'm all about questions. And I'm also all about any other questions you might have about anything else that I've mentioned. So, all right. So your chakras. So in your body, we have tons of chakras. We have lots and lots of chakras, but we focus on the 7 main chakras, and those are all kind of in alignment up through your body. So your very first chakra is what we call the root chakra, which is basically if you're gonna sit down. You guys are all sitting on your root chakras right now, so yay. All right, so your root chakra, we identify that with the color red, and we associate that with our foundation, our security. We all kind of have to have that solid thing that we kind of stand on or sit on. Right? So your root chakra is all about your stability. So it also connects to different parts of your body. So if your hips, your lower back, things like that are feeling out of whack, how are you feeling safety wise, security wise? Do you feel stable? Do you feel like you belong? Those kind of things. So we start to connect your feelings physically and emotionally with your chakras. So the root chakra, the affirmation for that is I am. So I am safe. I am here. Okay, does that make sense? Great. Cool. All right, so then moving up our body, we move up to the next one, which is like right underneath your navel. It's called your sacral chakra. We reference that one with the color orange. And that one is all about your passion, your sexuality, things like that. So it's your I do. So, or I feel, I'm sorry. I feel. Your feel. I feel passionate about what I do in my life. I feel this. Okay? And again, if you're having any issues in that part of the area, any sexual issues that can be related to this the sacral chakra, so you kind of start to have to think, where does that connect to? How am I feeling? Am I having an off feeling in there, a pain? What's going on in there? Okay. Moving up next, we go to the right by the navel. Right here is your solar plexus, which is the yellow chakra, and that's the I feel. We connect that one with our self-worth, how we think of ourselves, how we feel about ourselves, our confidence, things like that one can get knocked off balance quite a bit. Have to work with that one sometimes. So that one's all about how we feel, right? So that one again is I feel safe, I feel connected, I feel confident. Whatever you want to say is I feel. Okay? All right, now we're going to move up a little bit more to your heart chakra. Okay, and your heart chakra is all about the love. Surprise! Right? So this is all about the love, but this is the green. So this is the pretty, pretty green chakra. So this is about what do you love? You know, I love and self-love. Self-love is really, really important. So really focusing on the self-love too. Okay? All right. Oh my God, is that real? I'm sorry. ADD and shiny objects all at once. That is amazing. I'm so sorry. No, I saw it move and I went, whoop.
I like her way to the cabin, so you had to bring her with.
No, that's and it's got wings. And it's amazing. See my heart chakra just a little bursting right there with that. No, for real. Sorry, it moved and it caught my attention. Okay. Whew. We're gonna, all right. So there, you just saw my heart chakra burst a little bit over here. All right. All right. Moving up from your heart chakra, we get right to your throat, like right here. That's where your throat chakra is. We reference that with the color blue. That's about communication. And so that's speaking. So I speak my truth. And that can be kind of hard sometimes because speaking your truth isn't always a safe thing to do, right? You can feel unsafe to do it, but speaking your truth is really important. But speaking your truth is really important to speak it to yourself. True to yourself. Okay? So we're going to go back and kind of go over these a little bit more. I just want to tell you what they each were. So then we kind of move up to right here, right between your eyebrows is your third eye chakra. And this is kind of a color purple. And we reference that one with your intuition. I know. You know, and that's where you get that knowledge, those things that come in there. You just know stuff. Okay? And then right on the top of your head is a crown chakra. And that one, I've seen it different colors. Some people reference it as white. Some reference it as a lighter, like a more lilac-y purple color. That's your connection. That's your awareness. That's where you tap into whatever it is that you want to call up there that you tap into. So those are your 7 basic chakras. Now, chakras can either be underactive or overactive. And so that's where it gets a little tricky because some might be one way and some might be the other way, and then you're kind of all wonky. So you have to kind of make sure that you're all kind of balanced and in alignment. And that can be hard. We live in a world that's crazy and the whole world's out of a balance and alignment. So you can get knocked off really easy. So it's just paying attention to your physical feelings, your emotional feelings. Where are you feeling it? Does it connect to something that's happening? Does it make sense? You know, me walking over here, my solar plexus was going to because I was getting up to talk in front of people. So I'm like, okay, I can do this. Right? So I had to do a little grounding before I walked over. So how many of you do any grounding? I know when I say that. Grounding is basically about you becoming fully aware of your body and being present in the moment. It's about you building that foundation with your root chakra to be stable, so everything else, it's like a Jenga tower, that foundation is rocky, everything's going to kind of go like this. So the more stable, the more connected, the more you are in tune with yourself, the easier it's starting to connect to all of these. Does that make sense? So I'm going to teach you a little trick, actually, to get you grounded. And you can do this anywhere, because everybody likes to say, oh, go outside, put your feet in the grass, throw roots into the ground. Great technique. But, there's a but. Never do that if you're somewhere you don't feel safe. Don't root yourself into something that you don't feel safe in. Okay? So only do it when you feel safe. But this technique you can do anywhere, no matter where you are. Okay, so I want you guys to sit in your seats, put your feet flat on the ground, take one hand, and you're just going to put it right on top of your crown chakra. I want you to close your eyes. We're going to take a big breath in, and then slowly let it out. And take one more big breath in, and then slowly let it out. And I'll do it one more time. And then when you let this one out, you can go ahead and take your hand away and open your eyes. How many feel just a little bit calmer? A little bit more in place? Perfect. So what you're doing is you have this energy flow that's constantly flowing around you, and it kind of almost goes outside of your body and around you, kind of putting a lid on it and capping it off. And you're sending it all back down to your foot, your feet, and your root chakra, kind of bring you back to that stability mode, that being present, being aware. So that's kind of a really easy thing that you can do anytime you're starting to feel a little off, a little unsure, a little uneasy, a little nervous, any of that. You can kind of bring yourself back in. So when you can bring that grounding part to you, to get that root chakra to feel stable, everything else just kind of starts to fall in alignment. There's the other things that you might have to work on, but that's a good way to kind of just help you get everything back in check. Okay, does that make sense? All right, any questions so far about the chakras?
Some people out. If your chakras are all out of whack, what's a really good way to get them back in balance?
Well, if you can get to an energy healer, that's an amazing way to do it. So energy healers are attuned to feel those different energies and to help you get them back in alignment, clear anything that might not be there. So how many of you had any energy work before? Reiki, shamanism, anything like that? Perfect. It is a great way to get things kind of back in alignment. But obviously if you can't do that all the time, that's a really quick way to do it, doing some of those techniques. Another really good thing that you can do is just kind of your breath, being really aware of your breath. We forget to breathe. Is that crazy or what? We totally forget to breathe all the time. So sometimes like, just need to take a breath. Just take some breaths and bring yourself back. That'll help kind of bring everything back in alignment. All right? Okay. So, let's see. Any other questions about your chakras? That's okay. No, it's all good. And again, too, your chakras, you can do multiple things on your own. So you can do things, color therapy. You can do it all on your own. Wear certain colors. If you're not feeling confident today, you can wear some yellow. You're kind of worried you have a big speech today, wear some blue. Kind of connecting with what it is that you're trying to help get to that chakra to kind of work with you. You can eat foods to help with your chakras. So eating the colors, obviously, is a really good thing. Otherwise, there's lots of different herbs and things that connect to each chakras that you can do that. You can do all kinds of things. It's really about connecting to your body and your energy. And that's the most important part because we're so disconnected right now. We are so caught up in social media and what's going on that we just don't pay attention to how we're feeling. Yes, sir. Oh. Oh, you're going way up there, aren't you? You're interested. You can, and I personally do not. So I'm not going to try to tell you something out of wherever. But I personally do not. But definitely there are people that do work with those higher chakras and those lower chakras as well. And that's a whole nother realm of really connecting into that higher energy. I mostly focus on the 7. So. All right. Any other questions, you guys? What else do you want to know? What else can I tell you? Energy healing. Oh my goodness. Yeah, okay. So energy healing, the base of kind of, and I can be totally wrong, but I feel like the base of energy healing starts with Reiki. It's a really good stepping stone to start into it. And even if you learn just Reiki 1, that's about self-healing, and that's about you being able to take care of this. So if you don't want to be a Reiki master, you don't want to know Reiki or anything else, if you just learn Reiki 1, you're learning about taking care of yourself and taking care of those chakras and clearing that energy. And they really, really focus on getting you to tap into all of those. So Reiki 1 is good for anybody, even if it's not something you feel like that's what you want to do in your life. But if you end up going to a Reiki person, they work on those chakras. Energy is really good about clearing, energy healing is about clearing the energy, balancing the energy, helping get unstuck energy, helping just kind of realign things. The energy healers that you go to, there's several different types of energy healing, so they're all attuned into their specialty of what they're drawn to. And then they do their energy healing on you, and then they channel it from a higher source. So it's not so much that it's coming from them specifically, they're the channel, but they've been attuned to that energy to let it flow through them for you. When you go to an energy healing session of any kind, you are always in charge of that session. So how open you are to allow that energy to flow is going to determine how that energy healing goes for you and how much you're willing to let go and release. So it's always about you. And the energy healer is there to help you, but you really control everything. So you're in charge of the whole entire session. So just as a heads up, when you go to an energy healer, be very open. Ask questions. Feel free to ask questions if you're not sure about something didn't make sense. Ask questions, for sure. Okay? And like I said, there's different types of energy healing. We have quite a few different types of energy healers here today too that I've noticed, and they're all amazing. They are. So, perfect.
I'm gonna pick on sharks, you know.
Okay.
Sir, do you not teach fire rate?
Oh, holy fire Reiki. Yes. Yeah, I do both Usui and Polar Fire Reiki. I'm getting tongue-tied now.
I don't know too much about the
That's
holy
okay.
fire. I
Yeah.
know I am semi possessed by a master,
Yeah.
but I do not know the whole therapeutic field on that.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, well, yeah, that's a great question. So I'll start with Usui. Holy or Usui Reiki is what came from Usui over in Japan. He was the creator of Reiki, and so that's the basic common foundation Reiki that's out there. Now there's different Reikis that have come out built upon that. And you have to be a Reiki master in that in order to go into other forms of Reiki. I've been attuned to Holy Fire Reiki, which is 3 levels, 1, 2, and Master. And Holy Fire Reiki is an extra higher energy of healing, and this is going to sound really weird, and this is why I don't say a lot about it because we literally use fire to clear your energy, but I don't light you on fire like myself. But I use the holy fire to light your energy on fire. But that's like kind of scares people to say that. But that's typically what it is. So it's just this higher level of energy that really taps into a whole other realm of energy. And that might be where maybe it's going into that higher, like you mentioned, the higher chakras. It's kind of a upper higher one too. So it's just another form of Reiki, but there's just an extra attunements and higher energy, higher frequencies. We also do what's called toning, which I don't do a whole lot of. And it's where we sing during the Reiki. We sing the different tones of the chakras to help clear. So yeah, so it's a whole nother thing added on, which is really cool. I use singing bowls because I can't sing like a bowl. I just can't. Let's face it, those bowls are pretty. Yeah, I have a friend who does the Holy Fire Reiki as well, and he can sing unmatched like a singing bowl. And it's just as like, you can feel it. Like if you're not even in the session and you're outside in the room, you feel it. And so I'm like, yeah, that's not me. Yeah, no, so there's a lot that you can do with it. But then the thing about it too is like nobody really comes to me for Usui Reiki or Holy Fire Reiki. They come to Reiki and whatever I'm being called to do, it's just having more tools in my toolbox. I can do more to help you. So I can work on multiple levels to help. So I combine the two quite a bit. Yeah, great question. So, anything else? Well, hopefully that was helpful. I hope it kind of gave you a little bit of a introduction to them. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me, you guys. There's a lot of great people here. I hope you've been able to connect with some of them. And how many of you had the food yet? Is it good?
So good.
It looks good. I know. I keep watching people walk by with it, and I'm like, oh, a little third eye. Yeah. So thank you so much for letting me chat with you guys. Have a great day.
You sure?
Give her another round of applause, you guys. This lady pulled through for us last minute. That was all unscripted. She didn't prepare. She just came up here and gave us her heart. Thank you so much. We really, really appreciate you.
Look how many masks.
So Alicia Ayala will be speaking next, and she's going to be speaking on resiliency. She's a life coach. 1:30.